Hey, it's K-Bar user. Trevor, over at Trevor Standing Bear Green is his name. He makes knives. Met him on Facebook over on the Deep Woods Bushcrafter Survival. He also has a group. It's called Traditional Backwoodsmen, and that's what we are. We're backwoodsmen. I'm giving up on this bushcrafting moniker. It's woodcrafting, or we're woodsmen. Let the Australians be bushcrafters, or the African people. They're bushcrafters. They go out in what they call a bush. Okay, so that takes care of that. So he makes knives, custom knives, tomahawks, Indian trade goods, whatnot. And unfortunately, I had his card, and it got washed in my pocket, so now I have a crumbled up piece of card. So he sent me a knife for review. This is it. It's called his Woodslore. Get that out of the way. Knife sheath itself. The burnishing on the edges of the knife sheath is great. It's about a 7 to 8 ounce leather. Double stitched. Fits the knife well. As you've seen, it's good retention. The belt loop. I told Trevor I'd give him an honest review. The belt loop is a little thin for my liking, but when we talked about it, he explained to me that they had a heavier loop, and it made the knife real stiff when you sat down and whatnot. And he put this thinner one on that pivots, and it gives you flop room, so when you sit down, it's not stabbing you. Because these handles have a habit of hitting you in the ribs. So yeah, there's not much to say about the sheath, except that it does have good retention, and it is a heavy leather, nice and dyed, wet formed. Knife wise, this is the little girl here. This is the Woodslore. Now, this was sent to me as a review, just to get it out and have the knife reviewed. So it's not perfect, and I like it like that. I told Charles Hoffman and William Collins the same thing. I hate perfect knives. So, I like to see a knife was done by somebody, and if it's perfect, it makes me leery. So what have I done with this knife? What I have done with this knife is, let me mark it here so I can see it. I've done some notching. I've done some tent pegs, a bunch of tent pegs, bunch of notching. I batoned it. I'm not going to show you down here because it'll make too long of a video. And cleaned the woodchuck with it yesterday, and in my opinion, is probably the hardest thing you can do on a knife is clean a groundhog or a woodchuck, whatever you want to call them. Because the skin is real heavy and the hair is really bristly. And I stabbed it through cans, and after all of that, including cleaning the woodchuck, chopping the bone and everything, I haven't honed it yet. Now, let's just see if we can get it here. A tip has been stabbed through cans. Why did I stab it through cans? Because he told me to beat this thing to death and see what it'll take. He's new at this, so he just wanted to give it a shot. And a couple other guys I talked to, they have these Woodslores, and they love them. So we'll see. This is initial test stage, and I will be bringing you a review of this back this summer. But as you can see, I stabbed it, I used it to bust bone, clean that woodchuck, and as you can see, it'll still do little shavings. It needs to be honed, but not that much. Okay, specifics on the knife. This is white polished bone. You can get them in micarta. I believe it's a green micarta. You can also get it in wood, which looks like an oak to me. And the name of the knife is the Woodslore. There's his logo, Crow and Eagle Trading Company. You can find him on the internet. He does have a web page there. You can get him on Facebook. Look him up on Messenger. It's Trevor Standing Bear Green. Really nice guys from Atmore, Alabama. So this is polished bone, roll pin lanyard hole, full tang, 2 brass pins hold her in place. Fit and finish on the pins are beautiful. Finish overall is decent. Like I said, this was just a put out for me to review. You see it's a little bit uneven with the scales in front, and they're a little bit overgrind here and whatever. No big deal. There is no hot spots on this blade, or this handle, I should say. Like I said, I've used it for everything, and I have not hit a hot spot. And that's one of the things that really turned me on to Charles Hoffman and William Collins knives, is there's no hot spots. I hate hot spots. If I get a hot spot on a knife, I won't even use it, including my pocket knives. So, anyway, it's a 1/4 inch stock, 1095. It's hardened to about a 57, 58. But it's easy to sharpen. It's easy to hone. So, like I said, it's a saber grind, 5.5 inch blade. You got about a 5 inch cutting surface, 1/4 inch stock, so you don't have to worry about batoning it. And I've really been beating this knife. I mean, I haven't been tender with it at all. I beat it through oaks, I beat it through stumps, I beat it through fatwood trees, and I have not a complaint with this. It hasn't come loose yet. I've thrown it into a stump about 15 times, as hard as I could possibly whip it, and I've missed a few times, and the scales are still on it. As far as ferro rods and a 90-degree spine, it throws sparks. As far as shaving is concerned, whoa, you go boom. Sorry about that. As far as shaving, we'll keep it off the table. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up or not, but yeah, it does. You can see all the little shavings. The 90 does shave, in case you want to, Yeah, that is a piece of fat wood. In case you want to shave some fat wood. You can see it shaving up nice. I wonder if it'll light. Yeah, it did. It lit up a little couple of sparks. That's pretty neat. So, that's the overall review of the knife. I've been using it for a couple of weeks. Would I recommend you buying one? Yes, I would. Price tag on this knife runs right around $90 to $100. And I do need your opinion on something, though. This is 1/4 inch stock. Trevor's trying to get it down to 5/32 or a 3/16, but he's not sure how that'd work. But with the tempering of this knife, I think it'll work fine. If you think, give me your opinion. I'll pass it on to Trevor. 1/4 inch, or would you like to see a smaller stock? Because to be honest with you, it's all in the tempering and how you anneal a knife and everything as to whether it's 3/16 is going to hold up as good as a 1/4 inch. So, this K-Bar user, that's Crow and Eagle's trading knife. I'd be Crow and Eagle Trading Company on Facebook. And you can find him on the internet. He does have a web page. And, yeah, what more can I say about it? Great little knife. So this is K-Bar user. Thank you for your time and your patience. Trevor, thank you for the knife. We'll be reviewing some tomahawks that Charles Hoffman forged one for me. It's a mouse hawk, flint strikers. And Trevor's got a couple of tomahawks. He said, hey, I got something for you to beat on. I said, okay. So we'll get around to them. We'll get out in the field this summer but that's what we're going to do. And K-Bar user, thank you for your time and your patience. And we'll see you on the next one.